Hello, my beautiful soul followers. How is everyone doing on this amazing Monday morning? It is kind of rainy here, and it's definitely nice. It is definitely a nice change of pace just to have like the cozy weather. But I was sitting here after my meditation doing a little bit of pondering in truth, and today is going to be more of a share day. It's going to be more of a share day, but hang with me. So the other day, I was doing a beautiful energy work session. For those that come and see me in person, I have a VIP program that I do energy work with. I do tantric energy work, and I run people's energy, and I help them move through those blocks. This is only available for people who see me in person. But I help individuals move through those blocks that are held in their body. And I was doing this amazing session. It was an amazing session. This client was moving the energy. He was in these orgasmic waves. I didn't even have to touch him. I was not touching him. I touched like his foot for a second. I touched his shoulder for a second. I went like this to his heart center, but he was in these beautiful orgasmic waves. He was just allowing the energy to flow as I kind of went over his body. And he was letting it flow, and he was doing the deep breathing, and he had been doing the work at home. And that's the key. He had been doing this beautiful work at home. Everything I had given him to do, and he was having this beautiful energetic orgasm, as I would call it. And then all of a sudden, his energy shut down. And I got his energy back up, and afterwards I stopped and I said, hey, to my client, I'm not going to throw my client's name out there. I asked him, I said, what happened? What happened? Your energy was so high and so beautiful. And he turned beet red and he looked down and he said, I'm so sorry, Addison. I'm so sorry. And I went, what the heck are you sorry about? That was gorgeous. That session was gorgeous. Like, you allowed your energy to surrender. What the heck? WTF, man. What the heck? And as he shared, it became very, very apparent he was apologizing for his arousal. He was like, I know you noticed, and I'm like, that I became erect. I know you noticed that I started to become aroused. And I said, actually, no, I didn't, because I was closing my eyes as I was running your energy. I didn't actually notice, but he started sharing about how he was so ashamed that he couldn't control himself. His energy started to show his desire, his arousal. He started to feel his orgasm. And he was so ashamed. And I had my coaching moment with him, and he moved through it and all that. But it really brought me back to a space in my own life. A space in my own life, which sometimes actually still happens. And I see it consistently, and it is so incredibly sad to me. So incredibly sad to me. And this is the space of apologizing for our arousal, apologizing for our sexuality, apologizing for this beautiful piece of ourselves that we want to shut down, we want to contain. And in containing it, we contain ourselves. So back in the day, I can remember laying on an energy work table and being so ashamed that all of a sudden I was feeling this energy come up from my sacral chakra and come up into my heart space. And the tears were flooding, but the arousal, the desire was intense. And I remember being so ashamed and looking at the practitioner at the time and like crying and being like I shouldn't be feeling this arousal right now. And this person looked at me and gave me basically what I gave my client. But I remember that feeling. And I think back to my younger self and I go, wow, that's sad. That's sad because we have such shame for feeling ourselves, feeling our sexuality, feeling who we are at our core, because our sexuality, our sacral chakra, that arousal is the arousal for life. It is why I do what I do. It's the arousal for life. And I can even think back a year ago. So those of you who have been watching me for a very long time, for the last couple years, have been through lots of things with me, and I'm very open in sharing because I want you guys to see that Everybody has their struggles and their ups and their downs of their orgasmic frequency and their processing of things. And so about a year ago, I was doing some processing on a trauma that had kind of re-emerged. And I remember I was in the similar situation where I was having energy work done. And I just wanted to go like this. And a lot of it was definitely, I noted it. I was like, okay, this is an old stored energy coming up in my body from this trauma. But I could relate to that feeling of, wow, this is shame coming up in my body. This is me wanting to shut myself down, shut my sex down, shut my desire and that hunger down. And we are taught, or a lot of people are taught, not everybody. I love actually that I'm seeing more and more people who are not ashamed of their sexuality, their desire, their arousal, and they're using it in a positive, conscious way. And I'm seeing that more and more. But I know many of us grew up, if you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, even some people in your 20s, grew up thinking that we need to shut that down. We need to be ladies. We need to be gentlemen. And while there is boundaries and things we don't want to necessarily step into with everybody and everything and share it all, because that's oversharing sometimes, the fact is so many of us have been taught to cut off our sexuality or sensuality, that passion, that arousal, who we are. Because guess what? If you don't accept your sex, and I don't even mean that you're going out and having sex all the time. That is not your sex. That is not the basis of your sex. If you're not having sex, you still have a sexuality. You still have that energy. You can still tap into it. There's been lots of times when I've not had a partner in my life and I can still tap into that energy. Can still get that energy flowing. The fact is, we shut that down, we shut who we are down. You cannot accept yourself and not accept your sex. Guess what? It is a piece of who you are. And so if you shut that energy down, you shut your passion for life down. You shut your desire for life down. You shut down the flow of your energy, your manifestation abilities. There's so many things we box up when we box up our sex. And so like this gentleman who was so ashamed of his arousal that he shut this beautiful orgasmic energy down, I want to ask you today, where are you shutting your sex down? Because we all do it at times. We all shut our desire, our arousal for life. This isn't just about the bedroom, guys. We shut our arousal for life down. Where are you shutting your arousal for your life? For your work, for your goals, for your woman, for your man, for yourself. Where are you disconnecting? Where are you disconnecting? And so that's what I really just want you to think about today. It's my message. This is my message today. Go think about where you are apologizing for your arousal for life. I know lots of people who get really excited. I'm definitely one of them. I get really excited about things. I get like, I'll feel spark and I go with it. And sometimes it's just me kind of just like dreamboating and just allowing myself to go there and visualize and have fun with the idea. And a lot of times we apologize for that. That's the same thing. That is the same thing. So look at where you're apologizing for your arousal of life, for your excitement, for your joy, for your love, for your passion, even, yes, for your desire. For your desire. Desire does not mean we have to go and do something with it. Just because you get aroused in the bedroom doesn't mean that you're actually going to do something with it, okay? Stop shutting yourself down, people. Stop shutting yourself down. So, I feel like I'm off my soapbox now. So if you want to work with me, you know where to find me, link below. Though, before I jump off, I do want to say that I have female orgasm coming up. I have a female orgasm camp coming up. This is 50% sold out already. We moved the date back, so I am extending early bird. So those of you in the DFW area, head over to my site. You know where to find it, the events section, and register. Co-ed, single, man, woman, in between, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Get your butt on board. This is 11 years running. 11 years running. This is an amazing workshop that really does transform lives. I absolutely love this workshop. Also, my beautiful Divine Pleasure Kings, head over to the group that is in my profile, in my page. We are doing a 3-day workshop starting on Wednesday. It is a free challenge. It is called the Man in the Mirror Challenge. We are going to get you to be the man of the bedroom, the man internally, and the man of the boardroom. So I'm going to give you some tricks, some tips, some ways to really move you forward, but you have to be part of the group. You do not get this free 3-day challenge unless you are part of my Divine Pleasure Kings group. I will drop the link below once I jump off of here, but I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day and really go and think about where you're shutting your own arousal down. Where are you apologizing for your own arousal? Bedroom, life, goals, doesn't matter. So, all right guys, I love you and I will see you tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed.